Hi, my name is Dr. John Douillard, and I want to ask you all a very important question. What would you do tomorrow if you were diagnosed with a serious illness like cancer today? Now, this is a topic of a podcast. I'm actually going to be interviewing a cancer survivor, David Evans, and talk to him about the decisions that he made when he was given that diagnosis. You know, that day in your life can really change your entire world. And I want to talk about how we can possibly change our entire world without having that very scary cancer or severe illness diagnosis. Why wait? Sort of like the Tim McGraw song, Live Like You Were Dying. When I first came back from India in 1986 and I was co-directing Deepak Chopra's Ayurvedic Center in Massachusetts, sort of a cancer clinic. We had a handful of Ayurvedic centers around the country. All the serious ill patients came to us. So I had 8 years working with patients with cancer and severe illnesses, kind of balancing and juggling Ayurveda, natural medicine, chemo, radiation. And you know what was really interesting? It didn't seem to really matter what therapy they were on that made a difference in their longevity. What seemed to be the most striking, differentiating factor to me that I observed was when the folks would come up to me and say, this cancer is the best thing that ever happened to me. And I was like, really? And when I heard that, and they were sincere about that, that cancer stopped them in their tracks. They were racing through their life, going 90 miles an hour, eating food as if it was a gas station, filling up their tank with gas and going as fast as they can, on the go, go, accomplishing goals, making lots of money, overstimulating ourselves with more goal-oriented, reward-based chemistry, which just ends up depleting us. And that cancer diagnosis sort of made them stop and really take seriously what life's about. And I've talked a lot about this. We have two chemistries in our body. The one we're hardwired for as young children to get approval from mom and dad, to be loved and secure and safe. And we sort of roll that out as adults as getting approval from our boss, from a spouse, making more money. It's all the reward dopamine-based chemistry, which is self-limiting. The harder you stimulate the dopamine receptors of reward, the more stimulant you need. The more money you make, the more coffee you need to drink. The chemistry of oxytocin, which is the exact opposite, the more giving, loving, and kind you are, which was linked to longevity, cancer reduction, and health level indexes on every level, and I've got good science behind that, has shown that when people give and they love and they care and touch and really have compassion for others, they produce oxytocin, this incredible longevity chemical. And the more that you give, the more that you make. There's no limiting factor to it. Like dopamine, the reward, you got to keep anting up, upping the ante to stimulate yourself, to make more and more money, exhaust yourself further to get that little glimpse of some type of reward. So my goal in this article is to give you a whole list of strategies that you could actually take a hard look at now today, without the cancer diagnosis, and say, okay, let's just imagine for a second that I did get that crazy diagnosis. And some of you have, and have made these decisions. But my goal is, what if we did those things today? And I take you through sort of a checklist to see if we can begin to live like we're dying today. Enjoy our lives fully today. And why wait for that crazy diagnosis? And I'm going to interview this cancer survivor, phenomenal guy, David Evans, on our next podcast. So I invite you to watch that. Please check that out. It's available for free. You can watch it and just see this incredible journey that he took. And we're going to have an extremely lively interview talking about the things that we can do today to change our lives tomorrow without the scary diagnosis. Sort of wake up without the wake-up call. Please read this article I've written about how we can wake up without the wake-up call, and don't miss the podcast. Thanks for listening. I'm Dr. John Douillard. Hi, did you like this video? Do you like our content here at LifeSpa? You can subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/John Douillard right here and get this valuable content every week in your inbox.
This recording is brought to you by LifeSpa, where ancient Ayurvedic wisdom meets modern science. Get access to free health video newsletters by Dr. John at lifespa.com. These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.